Osama Bin Laden. How powerful is Al-Qaeda now? It has now been 8 years since the death of Al-Qaeda leader Osama Bin Laden at the hands of US military forces in Abbottabad, Pakistan. The extremist organization that Osama Bin Laden was leading was counted among the most dangerous jihadist groups in the world. Many fighters fought under the flag of this faction, and it was also believed that Al-Qaeda had massive economic resources. But with the death of Osama bin Laden and the rise of an extremist organization that calls itself the Islamic State, Al-Qaeda's power and prestige declined drastically. In such a situation, the question arises that what is the status of Al-Qaeda today, and to what extent is it now a threat to the security of the world? Raise your head slowly. In recent years, when the extremist organization Islamic State was making headlines around the world, in the meantime, Al-Qaeda adopted another strategy. Al-Qaeda, without much fuss, began work to reinvigorate the organization and build ties with regional factions. US National Intelligence has warned in its latest report that top Al-Qaeda leaders are strengthening the system of issuing decrees on behalf of the organization. The warning also said that Al-Qaeda continues to promote attacks against the West and the United States. A UN report earlier this year on the threat of global terrorism said Al-Qaeda's ambitions seem to be growing. Its ability to mold itself according to need remains. It is active in many areas. Its desire to stand again on the face of the world remains intact. In February this year, Britain's intelligence chief, Alex Young, also warned about the re-emergence of Al-Qaeda. Network of partner organizations. The US campaign of drone strikes, the killing of its leaders, and the challenges facing Islamic State were the reasons Al-Qaeda adopted a new strategy. It has successfully established a network of its units or partner organizations in Africa, the Middle East, and South Asia. These Al-Qaeda partners are local extremist groups that have vowed allegiance to Al-Qaeda's leadership. Unlike Islamic State, Al-Qaeda has carefully isolated itself from the local population. Its strategy is to work together by forming alliances with local extremist groups. A guideline for jihad. In 2013, Al-Qaeda issued a guideline for jihad with the intention of reforming its organization. In this document, Al-Qaeda advised its extremists to adopt restraint and social behavior. They were asked to refrain from acting in such a way that the local people would protest or give rise to rebellion. Elizabeth Kendall is a senior fellow at Pembroke College, Oxford. Al-Qaeda has begun to address local concerns such as corruption and marginalization of section of society, and they are putting it on the global agenda of jihad, she says. With its network of branches and partner extremist organizations, Al-Qaeda is gradually increasing its attacks. Figures from the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project, ACLED, showed that in the year 2018, Al-Qaeda carried out 316 attacks around the world. Branches of Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, AQIM. This organization came into existence in 2006. when an Algerian extremist organization joined hands with Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, AQAP. This organization came into existence in 2009 after the merger of an international jihadist network with branches operating in Yemen and Saudi Arabia. Al-Qaeda in the Indian subcontinent, AQIS, is active in Pakistan, Afghanistan, India, Burma, and Bangladesh. It was started in September 2014. Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal-Muslimin is an organization affiliated with Al-Qaeda. It came into existence after the merger of several extremist organizations in Mali and West Africa. Al-Shabaab is active in Somalia and East Africa. Its relationship with Al-Qaeda began in 2012. The Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, HTS, came into existence after the merger of several extremist jihadist groups in Syria. According to the United Nations, its strings are linked to Al-Qaeda. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham currently controls the province of Idlib in northern Syria. Al-Qaeda in Egypt. Many jihadist groups affiliated with Al-Qaeda in Egypt's Sinai Peninsula are involved in this. If you like this video, then leave it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe to the channel, and also press the bell icon.